Alright, so I'm going to explain to you how to make your computer faster when your edit in Final Cut Pro is slow. Like if you have like older laptops and you want to edit, in this case especially we want to talk about GoPro, okay? I have a GoPro card in here, so let me double click on that. That is the GoPro SD card, okay? There is a DCIM folder in there. And we double click on that, then it has the regular 100 GoPro folder, and in there then you have all your files, the files that GoPro creates. Now we have people here that say on my channel that say it's they hate this Apple kind of method, how they display all those files with icons, and in order to change that you can go up here, click this button, and then you have it here all in one. Oh, look at that. And then we can read here where it says what kind of document you have. That GoPro creates a low resolution proxy excuse me, when you record your video. So let's go here by date modified, and that's how we see in what order GoPro is creating those files. So it starts with its low resolution video, that's what LRV stands for. Then it does the motion picture 4 is like the version of this codec or this container. And then THM is thumb, the abbreviation for thumbnail. So this THM is the thumbnail. Then we have our proxy media and our regular high resolution media. Okay. Now you could import this into your computer software, like in the Final Cut Pro, or you can just copy it from the SD card to your computer, or in this case, because I want to show you how much it speeds it up, we could leave it on the SD card. It depends on how fast your SD card reader is. If you want to do that, I cannot recommend it, but you could. Now, what you can do is you can use your 100 GoPro folder and just copy this over to your computer. Let's say, for example, to the desktop if you want, right? So if I want to copy this over to the desktop, then my folder is here, right? And I don't need this anymore. But my problem persists. After I copy everything, I have all those stupid files in here. Now, to speed things up and to help it, we do the following thing here. I sort this list by kind, right? And then we have here this THM, the thumbnails, and those I push right away into the garbage can, and I get rid of them for good. So now I have only two kinds of files to work with, the MPEG-4 file and the proxy file. Okay, I'm going to put them in a separate folder. So I select here my proxy files, everything with LRV. Right click on it and say new folder with selection, that is this. And I call this proxy, let's call this GP. GoPro _ proxy. I mean, you can name this whatever you want. And then here, the rest ones, yeah, this is the original high-res files. Okay, good. That's step one. Okay, let's do a quick import here in our GoPro Final Cut Pro edit. You could take those files and drag them in here. It will copy it to your project. We don't want to do this. We want to import. We may even want to create a new event, and we have to decide how large of a video we want to do. And let's say we want to do a full resolution of those high-res videos. Let me open one here. Yeah, I have to click on the icon. Double click on the icon. And then we make this smaller. So this is just the screen display smaller. And it's possible that your computer cannot play this even if this is a high resolution. So we can go in QuickTime to show movie inspector and then we can see here in the general portion here that is a 5312 by 2988 pixel video, and it is almost 100 megabit a second data rate, so that's a lot of data. It has this new codec, that high efficiency video codec, HEVC. We do an 8-bit color depth, and then we have 60 frames a second with this high data rate. Okay. Now, if we create a new event in Final Cut, we can already specify the size of our project. If we want to do a full resolution 5K project, we can use those numbers here for our project creation. It's too bad that it goes away, right? This is the number we're looking for, 5312 by 2988. Okay, let's go. A new event. If we look in 5K here, we do not have those numbers that GoPro specified. So we are best off in creating a custom project. Okay, we want custom, we want 60 frames a second, and then we look here again to see those numbers. 5312 by 2988. 5312 by 2988. So all the rest we leave in default. We can give it a name. GoPro movie. Movies, because this is the event name in my library, right? So here we have GoPro movies, and that's where we want to import those videos to. We have here all those videos. Yeah, I don't want to rename, sorry about that. All those videos we want to import in here, and because we created a new event, it automatically created a project for us. So if we click on this project and we look here at the project information, if you click this I button here, you go here, we can see that it's 5312 by 2988 pixels with 60 frames a second. Okay, so that is full force. Now, to import this, we can do this very quick by a right click in this area under the project, or we can, let's name our project first, high resolution test. That is our project name. I can't even spell high right. High res test. Okay, in this area we import our files, right? With a right click and say import media. Okay, we are on the desktop, and on the desktop we have this 100 GoPro folder. Let's double click there. There we have high-res down here. Okay, and there is all those files, like the files over here. So I'm gonna select them all with Apple A. They're all selected now, the whole thing. And then over here on the right side, I add this to my existing event, the GoPro videos. Okay, that's my event here, this one. This is my event. I want to add this to that. And I will leave the files in place. That means it doesn't copy it. It just instantly shows them in here. Okay. Now, if I want to now edit this, I would select all my videos and drag them into the timeline here, and then I would be able to edit. Okay. Now, when you drag with your mouse over the video, you can see that this dragging it over here does not show you a very smooth video. It stutters. Okay, so that means my computer is not fast enough to display this fast. Okay. And now what we're going to do is we want to replace those files here, the high resolution files, with a proxy video. Final Cut Pro can create proxy video, but that would take time. And since the camera did this already, we want to save time. And we want to avoid for it to mess around so much. Now, with programs like DaVinci Resolve as well, the proxy video needs to have the same name as the high-res video. And GoPro cannot do that because GoPro has all the files in the same folder. But we already separated the high-res from the proxy and put them in separate folders. So all we have to do is we need to rename those. They can't have a low-resolution video extension. They need MPEG-4. So let's rename that. So if we select all our proxy videos, we right-click on it and say rename. And we are looking for LRV, and we want to replace that with MP4, right? And then we say rename. Now, our pop-up here shows, do you really want to use MP4? Oh, and we can say for all of them, yes, use MP4. And now it has all the files renamed to MP4. But there's one more difference. The low resolution starts with GoPro low, so G low, GoPro low resolution. Okay, the high res, because it's an high efficiency video, they call it X, so GoPro X, and then the name of it. So we also need to replace the L with an X, right? So let's go in there again and rename, and we are looking for GL, and we want to replace that with GX. Rename, and all the ones are now the low versions, the proxy, have the same name as the high-res. That's important. And you can see here the file sizes. So the high-res file sizes are pretty large, while the file sizes for the proxy video is pretty small. And now what we need to do is we need to tell Final Cut for all our videos. So we go shift-click on this. We select all our high-res video here in our browser, and we tell Final Cut now where we link files, proxy media, where this proxy media is. And Final Cut is asking us now, okay, where are those files? This is the files I need. Where are they? So we say locate all. We know it's on our desktop, so I'm going to select my desktop here. And there was the 100 GoPro file in here. Double click on that. And then GP proxy, right? Double click on that. And in there are all the files we need. Okay, and so we say, okay, choose those. And then it asks us, do you want to relink them? Yes, we want to. Relink. And boom. So now we have proxy files available for both. So the software knows where they are, right? So if I click on this first one here, I can see my high resolution video is this. And if I click on view and say media playback and proxy only, then the quality of this goes down and it displays a little proxy logo in the corner here. So that means now I'm working on proxy material, right? So if I now go with my cursor here over the video and I go back and forth here, then you can see that it plays my video super smooth. See that? It doesn't stutter anymore. So in comparison, if I go to View, Optimized Original, and I go back and forth, then you see how it stutters. Alright? If I go back here to proxy only, and you go back and forth, then you see how smooth and easy this is. Okay, now if you do complicated and complex transitions, so let's do some here in the back and go to transitions. So at this point I want to add a transition with a lot of computer. Here, the video wall, right? I'm going to plug this in here. Is video wall a lot or clone spin? I don't know. Video wall, right? And let's make this wider. like a 10-second video wall in here. Click on it. And so if we go here with our playhead, so the video wall is playing two videos, number 1 and number 2, on the wall here. And I can grab those and show here what it's playing. I can go here and go here like that. So now when I play this, it's gonna play smooth.
No, down, stay,
now,
leave it.
I did this
leave
on
it.
purpose slow here, right? So the transition extra slow.
Yes.
So you could make this faster. So up here you see how long it is, how many seconds, right? So let's do this slower. But you see
Down.
it's playing smooth with no...
Stay, leave it. Leave it.
Okay. Now, is there any other wildly ones? I think the clone spin here needs also a lot of CPU. So let's go here. We need some file to make a lot of data here. So you see here there's already a lot more of those little pins. Okay, so player is here. So now you see there's a whole wall here. I mean, I can replay this quick.
So with the glitter and all
You see
kinds
that?
of things.
So, and this wall is full of those points, of those pins, right? So you can drag them over your whole video if you want. Let's do one there. So all those locations, that makes sense in the longer video. So when you play this now here,
Those incredible paints with the glitter and all kinds of things.
see how it plays it smooth. You can go in here and then look on what video, what pin is playing in what video. And there is, as you can see, there was like 9 of them playing at the same time. But it plays smooth. So if you do this in, if you go here to view and you go to optimize original media and you try to play this, it's going to be hard for the computer, and it depends on how fast your graphic card is to do this. So right now I'm recording the screen in 4K and I'm doing all this here, so I don't know how fast it is, but let's try this. So I'm going to go here and saying this is a fast computer, so if you have a slow laptop it's not going to work.
From those incredible paints with the glitter and
Now
all
you
kinds
see
of
it
things.
gets stuck. I mean, it's pretty quick, this computer, but you saw it got stuck. Now if you go here to view proxy only and play this,
Those
it will go
incredible
slow.
paints with the glitter and all kinds of things.
Right? You can almost can't see that this is proxy media. If you look at this, is there a big difference? See, this is much clearer. And here, proxy only, you see it's a little weird here. Yeah, so now, if you want to render this out, it will take some time because if you do 5K 60 frames a second, this can take a long time to render this. And so if you would go to File, Share, and let's say you make this a 60-bit high resolution, then you can run into a problem here. Not a problem. So now it says this is currently using proxy media. So you would make a proxy video. That it would be a video that has a low resolution, right? So you don't want this. You want a full resolution, right? So you would go here, optimize media there, and then go to your project and say File, Share. And then you can run into problems that your computer can't handle it, like this one here. We see here one error. So the frame size, the GoPro frame size, cannot be rendered on my iMac here. That has to do with my hardware. There are some out there that can do it, like the new M1, M2s or whatever. I am having an Intel version here, so I cannot render that with high efficiency video codec. So I need to pick another codec if I want to do this. So if I go in here, share, I can use the H264 100 megabit if I wanted to. So this one I would be able to render. You see here, 5312 by 2988, 60 frames a second, 2 minutes 24 seconds. This will be a 1.8 gigabyte video, and so that I can render only on the H264 because my hardware, my graphic card, cannot do 265. And with that said, I hope this video helped you, and I hope I see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe.